Long time.
It's been a while. Too long.
Yeah. Dan, it's been a long time since we spoke. London and Arnold Allen, and you're fighting lighter and you're going to go back up in the weights.
Yeah. Back to 55. I've just been in the gym with the boys, training hard and getting better. Just improving all around, improving my ground, improving my striking.
Yeah.
It's just like part and part of the sport. It ain't cricket, right? Like, if you don't like it, get a real job. But.
Yeah. Specific reason? Did you go into that fight, you take the weight off and just didn't feel the same as when you...
No excuses. No excuses. It's never one thing. It's like a million small little things that all add up. But no, he beat me. I took my hat. I shook his hand. Yeah. Fair and square. No excuses.
When I looked at the interview I did with you, there was one thing that we talked about off camera and we didn't talk about on camera, and I asked you what the difference would be between the two weights, and you said the speed, and between a UFC fighter and an ordinary fighter, and I always say they hit harder and they move faster, and it always amazes me how little the increments are. Like you saying one weight division is faster than the other. It's a bit it's tiny. It's like me measuring myself standing on the floor and then standing on a sheet of paper, isn't it? Those increments are so small that they all count.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Like all those small little things add up. But yeah, it kind of is what it is. You can go back and watch. I just fought that fight far too aggressive. I knew what it was. Going down to featherweight, I knew that with a big performance, it'll put you in the running for a title shot. Next, if not one shot away. So I knew what it was. I just knew that the landscape of the lightweight division had to change before I got another shot. Before I got another title eliminator or main event slot. So I knew what it was. The experiment this whole sport is risk versus reward. So I just made the drop down and put myself one fight away from a title shot. So it's but it needed to be an impressive finish. It's not like I would have just edged them in a decision. I would be in title contention. You know what I mean? So I knew what it was, but just too aggressive, and he clipped me. It's fair. All's fair and love and war.
Yeah. You never make excuses, I know, and but to be honest, this will be the first camp for 2 years where there's a whole group of yous moving together at the same time and being ready at the same time and having a full complement go away. That's got to be pleasing.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Everyone back home, you don't have to run through and explain it all. Everyone back home knows what was going on. Everyone last few years. Yeah. We've all just been we're all just sitting in our houses and stuff. But it's over now. We're back to normal. We can travel internationally. So I'm pumped for it. I didn't even realize, just because I'm so stubborn and bullheadish, I didn't even admit how much it was affecting me until it kind of just, when you're doing all of those camps in your garage or sneaking around or not with this guy, not with that, not with your full team, you don't even realize how it all accumulates or adds up until those last couple of performances when I was just kind of just dragging myself around. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it wasn't until I had a good amount of time off, and this is the longest amount of time off I've ever had in my career between fights. So I'm just just chomping at the bit to get back in there.
Tell us a little bit about your opponent, because he's got a good record. He's won his last 5 or 6, is he? Or?
Yeah, 5-fight win streak. I call him the Nibar Kid, probably because I can't pronounce his last name, but I call him the Nibar. He's got 3 Nibar finishes in the UFC, and it's pretty impressive. And he's he wants a shot at the rankings, and then same position. I know the position I'm in. It's time to prove where you belong in the division. time to like prove to everyone that you do belong in that top 15 and that top 10 discussion. So I'm happy to answer the question, you know, go out there and fight a young, hungry guy with a good amount of momentum behind him, and it's just like take that momentum and get back on track.
What's the camp been like so far? How far into?
Yeah, I think we're like 10 weeks, 11 weeks, so it'll all like pick up in like a week, maybe in like a week and a half, like everyone will be here, we're all doing the fitness and running the hills and doing all that extra stuff, so it's kind of like enjoy the last little bit of sunshine for the next week before it ramps up and we put our nose to the grindstone and go 7 days a week, and it all, yeah, all that happiness comes crashing down. But I've had enough. It's time for it. It's time for it.
But at least you've got companions this time when you're doing it.
Yeah, it always makes it easier. Like when you're kind of dragging your feet, you're like, man, I don't know if today's my day, you know. And you come in and look, and someone's more tired than you. I'm just like, oh yeah, he's worse than me. Like instantly, I like feed off. Makes me feel better. I'm like, oh, he's wrecked. I feel bad, but look at him.
Oh, that's fantastic, mate. Hey, thanks very much for your time, and yeah, look forward to you having a decent camp behind you and
too easy,
doing
mate.
the job again.
Too easy. Work time.
Cool, mate.